everybody, and welcome back. On today's special bonus episode, we will be discussing the remaining episodes of season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Episodes 11 through 17 ahead of the season 16 reunion. Season 2 begins next month in August, and be sure to follow us on our Instagram at booked and busy pod underscore for updates and announcements. So, I want to start our episode off by asking you this question, Tanitra. What has been your favorite moment from the second half of the season?
I think watching Kelly and Britt's friendship blow up, like that first little fight that they had,
So
at Phaedra's,
positive.
at Phaedra's, and I think it was Phaedra's thing, but it's like that's when we realized that they got a problem. Like they just get into it. That was my favorite, I think.
I think my favorite, on a more positive note, I would say I like looking at Grenada. I like seeing
Oh
Grenada because I've
yeah, that
never
was
seen
beautiful.
it. Yeah, I've never seen the country or people experiencing it or talking about visiting it
Mm,
often. You always hear about people visiting like Jamaica or something, but you never hear too much about Grenada. So I like that
yeah.
they picked Grenada. On a like negative note, I
Mm.
like seeing that event that Brit had, and it was
Oh,
you could just it was so funny to me because I'm like, somebody pointed this out. You're not supposed to be on no golf course dressed like that. You're supposed to have on like
right.
you're supposed to have a polo on. You're supposed to have actual like tennis shoes on. Like you're supposed to be dressed like Carlton. That's how you're supposed to be dressed. Like you're not
Yeah.
supposed to be dressed like that. You're not supposed to have heels on the turf. You girls don't know exactly what y'all doing. Like you don't know how to throw an event,
Yeah.
Brit.
I genuinely feel like that's literally the fanciest place that she knew. I feel like that's the fanciest place that she
And
knew.
they
And
don't
so
even
she,
know her. They
right?
didn't even
I
know
feel
her.
like that's the fanciest place that she had been in. That's what it was giving to me. And so she was like, I know I got to record for this event. I want to have it at this country club, blah, blah, blah. But it's like she don't go there for real.
Yeah, they don't know you. She doesn't even go here.
That's what it was giving to me. Like, I need to find the fanciest place I can that I can go over here and film. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's the best she could do.
Yeah, it was definitely like, fail, fail. And it's like all
And
those
then the
moments.
guests, how you not gonna feed everybody
Yeah,
talking
that's
about?
so ghetto. That's so ghetto.
She said, only my top girls. If I was invited to that thing, I don't care if I'm a stand in. I'd be like, excuse me? Like, I can't get no
Yeah.
chicken fingers?
And then they was all sitting there like, I don't want to eat because I don't want everybody staring at me.
That took
Like, it
me
was so
out. Point for
awkward.
saying that. She was like, I don't want to eat in front of them. When I tell you that whole scene took me down, I was just like, my goodness. And I'm just looking at the faces of some of these people. You know, they asked them to come in here and be in the scene for love
And
for
you know,
Real Housewives of Atlanta. And now
right,
they in here
as
like, I don't even get no
extras.
food, right? I don't even
Right.
get no food.
And what else was so funny was when she was giving them the little materials, like of a little collection of bare naked, and Shamia was like, "I don't get no wrapping paper in my thing, in my stuff." And you know, it's funny. You don't really pay attention to little stuff like that until like you
It's
actually like
missing.
witness it. Like it's a witness. It's just box. It's just you giving people the wrong size and stuff. It's just
That
like
was
you
all
didn't put
bad.
no
Oh my
effort
God.
into this.
I'm gonna give Angela that extra large. Like, you shady little bastard.
And you know what else? It reminds me of a moment of when I went to a wedding. And you know how they have the little wedding programs and whatnot,
Yes.
like the little things. Okay, I used to work at Staples. So I know like a good quality paper. So you're supposed to put stuff like that on regular sheet copy paper. You're supposed to put your program on like card stock. You
Yeah,
know
like
what
the
I mean?
thicker
Like,
paper.
yeah, you know, something that can be saved. So I went back and I asked my auntie, I'm like, hey, do you still have the program? Like, you're supposed to keep those. And she was like, I think I balled mine up and threw it in the trash. Because that's what it gives. Like, you can't have, like, you
Not
have
to
to
use
be,
copy paper.
yes, you have to be more like, you have to pay attention to stuff like that when
Yeah.
you're like throwing a big fancy event.
I would rather you
So.
just not give me one. Like, don't give me no doggone school report.
Yes, I definitely didn't think about that with Shamia until Shamia pointed it out. Like they ain't got no little paper in a box or nothing like that. I was like, that's wild. To start off, let's talk about Shamia and Portia's friendship, and let's also talk about their little sit down that they had at that restaurant.
Honestly feel like it was genuine, and I
Mhm.
heard Funky Dineva had gave a very concise explanation of Portia, and it made sense to me, and it's what resonates to me, especially with that conversation. But he is like, I don't think it's a jealousy thing with Portia. I think that it's just like we all have on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We all have like a need to be accepted. I forget which level it is, but we all want our things. And so within the friend group, if the dynamics are changing, we need to give her a little bit of room to be human, because all of us have our thing. Like, say you're doing, this is my thing that I'm good at and I'm known for, and like you got all this stuff going on over there, but you have your thing. And so
They
like
have different friend groups.
they do. And he was like, imagine your friend that already has stuff going on moving into your lane now, into the thing that makes you special. And he's like, I feel like that's what Portia is responding from. And like, I can kind of get that. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but emotionally, and she is a Cancer, so
Like, this
it's like
is
a
my show.
territorial. It is. And like, come here as a friend, and like you can support me and stuff, but I don't want to have to share my shine with you. I don't want to have to, do that. And luckily she didn't, because low-key Shamia didn't give a bunch this season.
It's understandable because, in a sense, I know we might jump around a little bit, but
yeah,
I'm not going to completely compare it to this, but it's almost like in a sense of, okay, you know how friends, just like how Kelly and Britt had their falling out. And I understand about the thing with the stylist on both ends, on both parties. I get, okay, you can use this, but now when you start getting all my good looks and stuff, now it's a problem. Like, go get your own things. Now, I understand that now. After an episode or two, go get your own stylist. Like, it's plenty of stylists in Atlanta.
Me to understand that.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't even think of it that way before you said it, but like that makes so much doggone sense, especially if you started with me and I'm the one paying you. Don't go over there and start prioritizing her. Like, you're my team. Like, make sure that I'm still good. So I can understand.
Yeah, it's like you want to be the girl's girl, just like in Portia and Shamia's sense. Like, okay, I want to be the supportive friend. Like, I want you to, get your money, get your exposure from this show and do great things. Like, I don't want to hate on that. But sometimes you're human and you just can't help but feel away.
Yes.
That's just all it is. Like, I don't feel like nothing is wrong with it.
Same. And I think they genuinely do love each other. Like, they have a friendship. Yeah. They're going to get past this. But that conversation at that dinner table, because I feel like Portia's been doing this thing so long, she knows what not to do on this TV show. And I actually like kind of didn't like that, because she was breaking the fourth wall too much for me. Like, okay, we get it. You done been here before, girl. Like, at least give us the illusion,
you have to pay me more,
like,
and all that.
Give us the illusion that you're on a TV show still. But like, all this breaking the fourth wall she was doing was pissing me off. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm like, why y'all letting her do that? Nobody else is allowed to do that and just start talking to production.
She's the only one to be able to do that.
Why are you sitting in the interview talking to production from behind the camera? Like, why are we doing this? That's crazy.
And I also don't like how Portia can't handle tough conversations. Like, she always has to get up and walk away. I see her doing it in the sneak peek of the reunion coming up. Like, you can't have a conversation, especially with your best friend. I just thought it was very just immature.
I didn't even see the sneak peek.
And and when she was at the table moving them forks all loud and stuff, like, what you doing? What are you doing that
deflecting
for?
So she don't have to talk about it.
Honestly, that would have probably made me punch her in the face.
Yeah. And I'm proud of Shamia for standing her ground, because usually we've seen in the past she kind of fold a little bit. Like, that birthday party thing was crazy. But we've seen Shamia fold, but at the table she stood her ground. And she was just like, you're not finna cry your way out of this, basically.
Yeah, but you can tell just like how long they've been friends and stuff, like how they kind of like, after they was leaving, they were cool. In the next few episodes, they just seemed like the remainder of the season, they seemed fine. And I guess probably after all of stuff started airing and more stuff being said, now they back beefing.
Yeah, it's always when them episodes get to air and like everyone's everything.
Yeah, you start seeing stuff that you didn't see in that moment.
Like, I didn't know she said that.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they be okay. I mean, it's okay, I guess, if you grow apart, but I like when people are still friends. Like, we may not can talk about the same things or something, but I like to still be friends. I feel like that's how their friendship is going to be in the future. I think that's just how it's going to be. Like, they'll get past it, but they'll know, like
some stuff we just can't talk about. We ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, it's just like, whatever. Like, that was going on with you. Everything good with you in your life? Like, just some stuff they probably just not going to talk about. Yeah, it'll be talking about stuff like that. They ain't gonna be talking about nothing like Housewives, like, unless they directly film it or something. So yeah. Okay. We already kind of talked about this, but let's go back and talk about Brit Edie event. I want to talk about this bare and naked. I'm tired of these clothing lines and I'm sick of it. I just feel like it's the same thing that we've seen before. Like you're trying to do a knockoff scams in a
You
sense.
are.
And what this got to do with golfing?
That makes sense. I didn't even think about that. Those two, like, I don't know why she put those together. I think that's the one thing where I'm like, Brit, you fumbled the bag. Like, even if you didn't want to be on the show, I think she came in too hot and too full of herself because you really could have took a Candy approach and used this as a marketing, platform for your business. And even if you don't like the girl or something, you supposed to stretch out your time on this show so that you can get the maximum exposure for your brand at the very least. But it's like you done X yourself out. You ain't
Yeah.
coming to reunions. We don't want to see you back.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about her just being an overall fucking loser
Yeah.
because she's really about to ruin housewives just in general if this
Yes, God.
lawsuit goes. So I definitely want to talk about that. But and I pointed this out to my friend as well with this event, with this bare naked thing. I think she got things confused because how they were dressed, it was giving more so Kentucky Derby
Yes.
type of aesthetic versus golfing
Hmm.
versus like that country club aesthetic that she was going for. I think she kind of like tried to cross them or she got it confused. And it
That makes
just,
sense.
yeah, it wasn't going right. I think this looks more like a polo event versus a golfing
And
type
that
of
did
thing.
they were dressed more like
Yeah,
Kentucky Derby.
yeah, that's what it gave. And I was just like, I think she missed the mark and then the people are suing her for not paying. And it's just like, I think this didn't go. Does this last minute planning or what's this?
I don't think she golfs for real. Like she just didn't know what she was supposed to wear. I don't think
Yeah,
she golfs
yeah,
at all. I don't think she golfs.
yeah, because everybody knows that you're not supposed to do that. Like you're not
Even
supposed
if
to go
you're
on
not good at it,
a
like
golf course
if
like
you've
that.
ever had a meeting or anything at a golf course, like the atmosphere. Like that's you look crazy. I don't think she'd ever
Right.
been golfing before that, and I don't think she goes golfing regularly.
Yeah. And then Kelly and Shamia ain't about right entertaining the crap. I'm like, now y'all supposed to have a little common sense to know that you're not supposed to. That's probably why they was looking at her crazy. Like, you're not supposed to go on no golf course like
I think
that.
Shamia said something like that. Like, somebody said, "Are we dressed right for this?" That's
Like,
like,
no,
that
y'all
was
not
so
supposed to be
stupid.
out there. Yeah. It was
It
just
was
like
so dumb.
fail, just
Fail,
fail. Just
fail. Y'all don't get no
yeah.
goodie bags.
Yeah, already everybody don't eat and stuff. And then also when they was at the event, it was that interaction with Charles that I just thought was so like Angela would be so awkward. I will say this.
Mm.
Like just some things you don't have to say. Like she gonna say he doesn't have any whores, he doesn't have any babies or something
Oh
like
my god,
it
she
that
showed it.
I was like, you don't have to say that, Angela.
That was
Like
so
it's
out of
okay.
place.
And Charles makes it worse. Like I don't deal with whore.
They came to shake it up. I love Charles.
Yeah, I love them both. I know everybody be saying like Charles be dry and just be talking
And
about
I'm
him,
like,
don't show no affection. I don't see nothing
I don't
wrong
see
with
that
how
at all.
he is.
It's like I feel like that's just his personality, and
Yeah,
Angela knows
that's
his
just a
personality, and like that's why they work well together. But I be seeing a whole bunch of comments. People be trying to like act like her husband hates her. Like, no, this is how you like when you're in a relationship with a man like that. Like she's handling it the way you're supposed to, kind of like that's just his
right.
personality.
And another thing is too, so I already knew who Charles Oakley was before this show even started.
Yeah.
Charles Oakley is a basketball legend. He is best friends with Michael Jordan. Like
Mm.
everybody in the sports world, whenever I watch sports podcasts, they always talk about Charles Oakley from coaching to being a basketball player. He is well respected as a basketball legend. Like he's just well respected. And everybody knows that he does not play. He used to be one of the basketball players that used to be fighting everybody on the court. Like
Uh
yeah, no, like for real. Like they be saying like all this stuff
he
they be
gives
going
that
down now. Like they say you try that with Charles Oakley back then, that was not going to that it was gonna be over. He's
legit
like one
gives
of the
that.
folks who don't like he don't play. He don't
Yeah.
play at all.
And it looked like he still don't because he was giving it to
Yeah.
them girls when he went off
Yeah,
on that
they
gay boy. I don't want to
yeah.
skip ahead.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
okay. No,
so
it's
funny.
okay. It's okay. But they definitely say like he be smacking the hell out of people. Yeah, he's somebody you don't want to even come across. I also saw a clip where they said when it was like his first year, he had started coaching. He was coaching the Charlotte Bobcats when they was the Bobcats, and he told a player that he was gonna smack the shit out of him in the locker room after because he didn't take his towel off his head or something like that. It was something so like you can't be talking like this and you a coach. He ain't like you're a regular player. So I was just like, yeah, y'all. I think everybody when they be saying he be dry, I don't think people be understanding just him as a person or his personality. They didn't know
Yeah.
of him before Housewives of Atlanta, which is
A lot of
crazy
them
to
like
me.
me,
But
because I
yeah.
knew who he was, but I definitely was still asking my boyfriend like who is Charles, and he was the one who explained to me who Charles. He was like Charles Oakley is a legend. So
Yeah. Like, I knew who he was. Like, really shocked when people, especially they boys, they was talking about something. Well, I don't know who that husband is. I know who your husband is. If you know him, like, then that's not shocking, like, how he is, like, how
yeah,
he acting. So I don't see nothing wrong with it. He just remind me of somebody old school husband. That's what he just remind me
right.
of. Don't probably show a whole lot of PDA. Just very nonchalant. Just,
That's what he
that's just what
gives.
he gives. Yeah. So I ain't see nothing wrong with it. So.
Me either. I am
Okay.
rooting for Angela and Charles. Favorite
Yeah,
couple.
yeah, I like them, especially on that preview on the reunion. He was like, "I'm the
Oh
only
yeah,
husband here." Yeah,
ready. Like oh
and Angela was
oh.
looking like, "Oh my god!" Like, oh,
I know
I
Shamia
was
be
like,
sitting over there
"Please."
like, wait, I got a husband.
But but what
No.
I like about Angela and Charles, people need to realize too that since he has been filming a whole lot during this season, that actually says a lot. Because some folks'
Mm,
husbands ain't gonna film, so
at
I think
all
he like shows his love, like his love language is kind of
in
like
different
acts of
ways.
service, and yeah, and
I think that too.
Angela says like he cooks for her like all the
I was just
time
about to
and
mention that. I was
things
like, you
like
can tell
that.
by the way that like just like because I've been around like my dad was like that. Like men who just like to cook,
Hmm.
they don't know how to show you or they don't tell you, you know, the emotional stuff all the time, but they're gonna show you by cooking you a bomb meal and cleaning up the
Hmm.
kitchen afterwards. Like that's just his love language. And she understands it.
Okay, we gonna dial back. We gonna go back to Angela and Charles, but let's
Mm-hmm.
talk about Phaedra's return. I don't care for it.
3 thumbs down, and I only got 2 hands. Like, I'm bored with Phaedra and pulling all them faces and trying to be Portia. Like, it's just weird, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it's just she just gives really just evil.
Let me ask you a question. Now, do you think this new persona that Phaedra has crafted for herself is the real her and she was just hiding it? Or do you think that the old Southern Belle that she portrayed was the real her and she was just hiding this side of herself? Like, which one do you
I feel
think is the
like it's
real
the I
Phaedra?
still feel like it's the same Phaedra, but this time like she's showing just how really nasty she is because like the
Okay.
shade that she been throwing, it's been very mean girl like, and it's crazy to me how she's throwing like all this shade to these girls and she don't even know them.
Yeah.
And it's like you want to call the married to medicine ladies all mean girls, but look how you're
Yeah.
acting. Like you're
Came
giving
straight
like
in.
yeah, and I'm just like, you don't even know
And
Angela.
them
And she kept bringing up Charles. And I'm like, he don't about know you like that. So just stop even bringing him up.
And I feel like you came in, she just came in a little too hot, and I think she overestimated her value on this show. That's
Yeah, she came in
what I
trying too
feel.
hard.
She did.
Yeah, and I don't care for her. I know she was supposed to bring kind of like, I thought she was going to bring kind of like fun when she came back.
Yeah,
But
like freaking frack type thing, but like it's been nothing but negativity with you, man.
yeah. And so since I wanted to talk about the whole thing, I think it was her that concocted that
Same.
whole thing.
100%. This face right here told me when she start doing that face and turn her head, like that's how you
Like
know
you're
Phaedra finna
lying.
get to lying. She finna turn her head like, I don't even know. It's like, okay, she did it. Phaedra did it.
Yeah,
Everybody stop looking.
I knew she did it for real, for real. Just to add context, though, we're talking about the Charles and Angela and this man talking about some
Yes.
Charles was cheating and whatnot. It was
Out in
definitely Phaedra
public
who,
at his restaurant cheating on his wife. That's what he was saying Charles was doing.
yeah,
And nobody
liar.
else saw except him.
Yeah, and when Phaedra brought up, she was like, "But you're failing to tell that your house is in foreclosure. First of all, bitch,
You were
get it
waiting with
right,
that.
cause cause let's hold on, like, bitch. Why do you have this information for one?
Yep.
And two, it's her business properties, her
Her
investment
rental,
properties.
yep,
It
her
ain't like it's the
property.
house that she living in. Haven't you had a bad investment? Hell, you a bad lawyer. You don't win a case. You can't win a
Right?
case.
And those confessionals are going to be the death of Phaedra. I'm calling it now because I don't know how she's going to respond at the reunion or what she's going to be like next season. But Phaedra, I noticed this since I started watching and Phaedra came on the show. She always gets in those confessionals and she'll throw the craziest shade, say all these things. I don't know why you've been doing this show for a long time. You know the reunion is coming up. You're gonna have to talk about this stuff. But it's like
Right.
Phaedra do not be caring. Like those confessionals always are. It's like she'll say something in real time in the scene we're watching, and we go to the confessional. I didn't think it was blah blah blah, and just going in on the girls. And so it's like you don't think you was gonna have to talk about that at the reunion? What did you think was gonna happen to that footage?
Right, like
Like
it was
those
just gonna
confessionals.
disappear or something. Like
What are you
stuff ain't going in
doing
your favor this time. Like you were benched,
at
and
all?
I hate how she's just acting like she just left or I left just fun.
By
Like
choice.
no,
You didn't have no
no,
choice.
no. Yeah, you were fired. You're fired.
She has been acting like that. Like her whole return has been based on like, yes, I'm back after taking my hiatus. It's like, girl, you were
Like
fired.
you were forced to leave, ma'am.
Candy had you benched for a
Yeah.
decade.
And if Candy would have returned, you
You
definitely
would
wouldn't
not
have
be
came
here.
back. You would not have came back. So I just
I
think
still
she
don't
just
think you all the way deserve to be back. If we being for real, like I wanted to see the drama. I wanted to see Phaedra back. I did. But if we're just talking about like business wise, and as far as that, I don't think she should have been allowed to return back. But who am
yeah,
I?
because I feel like, because I even like this whole lie, and I know people been talking about, oh, maybe it wasn't like, because I guess because it sounded fake or whatever, but I don't like how they was
Mm,
trying to gaslight Angela, just acting like some, oh, Junebug, who the heck is Junebug? Like, don't play
yeah.
with, don't be like,
Phaedra
y'all, this
stay
is serious.
gaslighting.
Like, don't do that. Like, y'all, this is very serious, but it's like you setting things up like that. I feel like things like that should be taken very serious, and it should just be taken just as serious as the rape allegations or the
Absolutely.
drugging type of
Because
thing.
you're trying
Like
to
y'all
destroy
need to
their
get to the
marriage.
bottom of that. Like yeah, and especially if Phaedra is a suspect, like
And you
that
out here
should be.
manipulating problems and creating chaos because you need a storyline or something. Like you're literally out here orchestrating chaos again, just like you did with that phone call when you carried that lie back to Portia so she could carry it back to everybody else. Like Phaedra's back there trying to pull puppet strings, and it's not working well because we can see you.
And then
We can
she
literally
it's this
see you.
and it's this thing of this. I know people be lying, telling us something. Why would I do that when I just when I just did
Like
all
I
that
don't know.
trouble?
Why
Like I
would
just got
you
in. Why would I no,
gaslight
of
me?
course, like don't like yeah, I didn't like the gaslighting. And I just feel like it's
That's exactly
her.
what it was. And I like
It's
that
her.
Angela stood her ground.
Yeah, and I'm glad she revealed it to everybody. But let's talk about the Grenada trip.
Yes,
So I like the Grenada trip, but I will say at the end it kind of made me okay. For one, I didn't like them talking about this Drew and Portia thing. I thought that was dragged out.
yeah,
I will also say that Shamia I don't like Brie, but Shamia was definitely being passive aggressive with
she
Brie.
was.
She definitely was. We're don't nobody need to be talking about how much anybody donated. I'm sorry. We
That
don't
was a
need to
little
be talking about
crazy.
that. I don't
So
like
she
that.
got what Brit sent over 1 box though. Like I feel like at the very least you could have just sent a check or something. But if she did ask, that is wrong. You should have told the girl how much you wanted her to donate. But I
Yeah,
also
don't
feel like Britt, you knew better than to come over there with 1 box. She sent 1 box over there.
like
When
yeah.
the housewives come together to do these things, you watch the show. Like you know what you're supposed to be bringing, and you have it. You're supposedly supposed to have it. Like, and you're supposed to be giving back to a worthy cause. Everybody trying to outdo each other, but at least come with something. She sent them folks 1 box of stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
and I will say Shamia got a point. Like you pulling up with Birkins and it's probably fake.
absolutely.
It's probably
Face
fake,
full of
but
fillers, all this expensive stuff, all like you got jewelry and all this. You couldn't donate more than 1 doggone box to victims who need your help.
yeah, like I understand what she was saying, but
And they kept bringing it up like that was petty. Like Kelly was being extremely petty. Kelly was dragging it with that donation stuff.
yeah, yeah, I didn't like that. But like I said with Kelly, she be hopping on this thing of just like, oh, what's the drama now? Let me
Yep.
debate this
Whoever's
or
the
let me
most
just
dominant side, let me hop on that side. That's what Kelly gives to me.
yeah. So I didn't really like that. Like I don't like Brit, but I did
Me
not
either.
like that. I didn't like say she was right in that moment. And
Same.
also I didn't like how they were dragging they started talking during the trip, during that dinner, they started talking about Drew and Portia. And I'm just like, y'all, I'm over that. I'm so over
Again.
it. I'm over it.
Like they did when you look back on it, like, and I was thinking this the other day, like they didn't even have a real issue this whole season
Let's talk about Britt
of
and Shamia because the trip ended off with them with the
crying together
crying.
about
Yeah.
Shamia's daughter, with
And
Britt
Britt
telling
put
that big
on,
old lie.
yeah,
She sat there and lied. Couldn't wait. She couldn't
right.
even wait.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, girl, you needed your moment, but
You are my
whatever.
friend and you are my sister. I will always have your back. And then, like 2 days later, just sitting here dragging that lady. I can't
Yeah.
stand her. I want her off. I don't want her to ever come back. I don't want them to mention her.
Yeah. I mean, she's never going to come back. Now you're suing the network. You're done
You're the
for.
worst thing that has happened, and I didn't like Sonia Richardson. You worse than Sonia.
And
You're the
they
worst
said
thing that
this
has
is the
happened.
first time somebody has been like their first season and they didn't show up to the reunion. Like that's like so
Yeah,
unheard of.
unheard
So
of. Like, who do you think you is?
yeah, like you're weird. You're strange. Like
I think,
you're a
and she
fucking
also didn't want to
loser.
have to face that music because you see that you done been lying this whole time, and she don't want nobody to ask questions because you've been lying on Kenya. First, you
Yeah.
said them photos was you, and it made you lose your insurance. Now all of a sudden they're not you. So what are you mad at Kenya for? Like, it's a lot of stuff she would have had to answer for, and she don't want to with her fake self.
And then she was also stirring up drama between Portia and Shamia and doing all that. So I was just like,
Trying her
that,
best.
yeah. And it looked obviously messy.
It did, and it was cringe. It made me like literally cringe and feel embarrassed for her because like you sitting there telling Portia all this tea, and like I commend Portia for in that moment, not because she didn't go along with it. She said maybe a little bit back and forth and in the confessional, but for the most part she was just like she wasn't feeding into it the way Britt was sitting there wanting her to feed into it.
Right. Let's talk about, well, with the Brett and Shamia thing. I thought it was so funny when they got into it at the last event at the Angela and Charles their foundation their event,
Yes.
and she was like, "No, you like to threaten people with guns, you whore."
Your
You whore. I was like, yeah, Shamia is over it. And then, but I will say, Shamia did do the most when it was talking about, like, she didn't talk about your daughter, but I get why you mad.
Yeah, she made it seem like it was a lot more. Her and Kelly both did at the beginning of the season. Actually, they made it seem like, oh, she was talking about her daughter, and that's why we fell out. That's what we were all building up for, because that's how it was presented to us. She was talking about her daughter, and in a sense, they weren't lying; they were telling the truth. But they definitely hyped it up. It's not like she was talking about like going in on her daughter, but she definitely shouldn't have mentioned
Yeah,
her
she
kid at
made it
all.
seem like she called her daughter like retarded or something.
Right?
That's what I'm just like,
That's what I was expecting. Like that's how they made it seem.
yeah, that's why I was just like, whoa, like if she did do that, like that is awful.
I want her off
Like,
this show.
yeah.
I want some stuff handled for her. Like that's what everybody was amped up for. But when you see it in real time, it was just like,
I was just like, that's
okay,
it.
Shamia,
That's what
right?
that's
And now Shamia is walking away in her tuxedo top and her short shorts. Like that was it.
yeah.
That was it.
Now let's talk about Britt and Kelly. It's pretty much this is the last pretty much topic before the reunion, but let's talk about Britt and Kelly and their whole demise. Well, they were gonna fall out anyway. I knew they was gonna
Yeah.
fall out anyway.
They
Like,
were surface level friends anyway, just doing a whole bunch of my sister, bestie. Like all that was very surface level because all it took was one issue for y'all to start dragging each other to hell. Y'all was never real friends like that.
but what I don't like about Brit is I don't like her anyway. But what I don't like about Brit is I don't like how she was antagonizing her at that event, and she was talking about it's like okay, I'm Aquarius, so when people go low, I go to hell. I get
Right.
it, but I gotta like it's some things I just feel like it's so off limits. Like when
Mm.
she started talking about her abortions, I can't
Oh,
remember who was
yeah,
talking
I forgot
first.
about that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember who started it first. I don't know how it started first, but she was kind of like picking with her. She was
I
picking
think
with Kelly.
I was gonna say I think no, Kelly did not start it. That was Britt because I was like Kelly said that pill popper thing after she said that about those abortions.
Yeah, and it's just like, why do you have to? Why did you
That's
bring that up?
gross. And so I
And
was like, y'all was
even
never real friends.
right, and it was even when she was going back and forth with Shamia. Why say anything in regards to her daughter when
Her children.
she called you a streetwalker? How does streetwalker equate to a child?
And then it's like
Or
when
her
she was
being a
doing all this,
mom.
when she was doing all this, what about you weren't concerned about your daughter in Miami? And it's like, you were sitting here grinning and cheesing and hanging out with her though. Like you weren't either. And you didn't have no problem with that up until this point. Like you were conniving this whole time. I can't stand that girl. Oh my God. I don't know. I can't remember the last time they brought somebody on the show where everybody instantly is like, hated it. Like,
Yeah, it was just like fail, fail. And
fail.
I really wanted to like Brit. And I guess this is where we're going into just talking about how she's just a fucking loser. Just,
Yes,
I
bring
really,
it.
really wanted to like Brit. I had high hopes for Brit. I
I
thought
wanted to be
this
on her
was,
side.
yeah. And the crazy thing is, I wasn't even on her side when the shit with Kenya happened because, granted, she was talking about guns, like she was talking
She
about
was
guns. So it was just like you starting this drama. You don't know how to argue with people. You're very
at
immature.
all.
You can't read. You throw lousy
Can't.
events. That like your hair is uneven, like you know all that. Like you know how
You
that
look dusty.
like it's just fly. Your BBL just bad. It's like just everything is just like, oh child.
I feel like her video vixen era did her real bad because you got stuck in that mindset. That's what I get from her. She got stuck in the idea of herself with all that attention as a 19-year-old and doing all these
Mhm.
things. She never grew out of it. That's what I
Just
get from Brit. She still thinks she's still there in that space and still, she acts like it. She does not act like a grown woman.
yeah, just emotionally immature.
Very much
Yes.
so.
Yeah, because it's just like you don't know how to argue. Because as soon as like she's arguing with somebody, I'm just like, now what that got to do with the argument?
At all. She do bring up stuff that's way out of left field.
Like I said, you a streetwalker, and then you say something about I'm not checking up on my child.
What was her problem? I'm trying to remember now because now I'm trying to figure out what was her problem with Shamia that they had to talk after Shamia's performance. Did Shamia initiate that? I'm forgetting.
I think it was something about the drama with she was starting some drama with Portia.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I don't like that. Britt was
Yeah,
she was manipulating that whole thing, and you were being extremely fake to Shamia. I did not like that one bit because you did this whole crying episode at the end of that Grenada thing just to come back and be up to your old ways. Like I don't, keep her off of that doggone
yeah,
show.
just wow. And I hate that this is all the producers' fault for real,
It is.
because what could have happened? This is where they messed themselves, and I'm gonna go into this lawsuit as well. They messed
Mm-hmm.
themselves up. I know that the Kenya salon opening moment, was a big moment for the show. However, they shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
have just aired it. They shouldn't have aired it because
I
they could have
agree.
avoided that. They could have avoided that lawsuit.
They've done
They
that
could have
before too.
avoided.
Like, why would y'all not like just put some words on the screen? Like, due to the graphic nature of these images, we're blah 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 blah, and just not showed us and showed the reactions afterwards.
Yeah, so this is the producer's fault. Also, they could have played this so many different ways. They could have fired them both, but the season probably wouldn't have went as well. However, or you
Mm-hmm.
should have just kept them both on and just not
That's what I
aired
think they
that.
should have did. Like, I don't know. I still don't get why Kenya was removed. Like, I get it, like allegations, blah, blah, revenge porn, and all that,
But this
but
season would have been so much better
it
if
would
they
have
would
been
have
way better.
continued
And then I
on.
didn't know we wasn't gonna get her confessionals either. Like, that's crazy. Like, they not letting her. They wasn't airing nothing about her from that point forward. And I was like, that's what kind of made it dry. Like, they should have let them have it out.
Justice for Kenya. But
And
what's
I
the
hate that they made. I hate her for making me say that about Kenya. Kenya
yeah,
is
I
one of
hate that
my
too.
least favorite housewives, and you gonna make me sit here and have to vouch for Kenya? I'm never gonna like you. You made an enemy out of me for life. How dare you make me defend Kenya?
So, how do you feel about her just overall absence from Britt's overall absence from this reunion? Like, yeah, it's very punk move.
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful. Honestly, like you
They
got on this
kept
show.
you. They kept
Yep,
you,
yep.
and you could have at least showed up.
At
Yeah.
least, and especially like I guess you don't have no friends for real on that stage, which is what everybody was saying. You must not be loyal or to nobody, because like it was other stuff that happened that your opinion is needed as a sounding board. Like the reunion is a group effort, and I don't think it's fair that you should be able to sit it out because you don't want to deal with those tough questions.
And what's even funnier is when I first saw the seating arrangements for the thing, I didn't see it at first. I just saw it and I glanced at it and I was moving on with my day. And then I followed DJ Richie Scott. He talks about the housewives a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I look on my my YouTube notifications and it says Brit no show to the reunion. I was like, wait a minute, let me pull back out the scene chart.
Yeah.
This girl did not show up to the reunion.
That's crazy.
I was like, whoa. And then right after that, the lawsuit drops, that information comes up. And I was like,
Like, you're a
wow.
scammer. You're a scam artist. You scammed your way onto one of the biggest reality platforms. Housewives of Atlanta is like, it's creme de la creme when it comes to like reality TV shows and stuff. It's like, that's where people want to be at. Like, you made it up here. Like, that's a platform for real. And I feel like she disrespected everybody on that stage. Nobody should consider her a friend.
I think as well with her, like, I think they said she had a reunion outfit and was kind of ready to go. But I think whoever her lawyer was had advised her not to do the reunion.
Oh, yeah, because you're suing those people.
Yeah. So how much is for, what is it for? $4 million? Something like that.
I thought it was like 20.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I know it
Like,
was some astronomical number.
but what's going to be so awful is like you're already known as the girl who got Kenya booted from the show. So like if this you actually win this lawsuit and they're saying like you will shut
Oh,
down you're going to shut down like all housewives from New York, New Jersey, Salt Lake City. Like it's going to be housewives is going to be
girl,
a thing of no more. So you're going to be
you're
public
going to have
enemy number one
You're
at
gonna
this
have every
point.
plastic surgery waiting room in every major city pissed at you, girl. They gonna be sitting up in there mad at you. Like them they gonna be sitting in them waiting rooms talking about you, child. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem because you really are jeopardizing it for everybody. But I get what they saying too. Bravo is like, I'm tired of this. Like these housewives get mad and they want to start suing us. Y'all, this is a liability now. Because they already
Yeah.
had to settle with Nene.
And you know, Bravo already just be canceling my favorite shows and stuff.
Always.
So I'm just kind of like, if you ruin Housewives for me, I'm gonna have to damn near get rid of Peacock subscription
Because I
and
don't need it. Like, that's all I had to use it for.
yeah, like yeah, I use it for other things or
Yeah,
whatever,
but like
but
primarily,
that's
that's where I find my
primarily it.
housewives, my reality TV, my The Office.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The Office. I watch Chicago Fire, Chicago PD on
That's
there.
pretty
Like I
good.
watch
Like I
yeah.
need my shows. Now, The
Yeah.
Office is why I downloaded Peacock originally, like 5 years ago, because it was just like I need to have The Office, and then they got the
Yeah.
super fan episodes. Like, yeah.
No, yeah. So, what's your to end this episode off? What's your predictions for the reunion? Like, who do you think is gonna have a good reunion? To be specific.
A good reunion. I
Yeah.
think Angela's gonna have the best reunion because she be tapped in for real. Like I don't know if you be seeing her Twitter, but Angela engages with people. It's like whenever people, you know how somebody will say something like, "Why Charles be doing blah?" Like she'll really go find the tweet, and Angela be talking to people for real. Like she be out here, and I think she's
Yeah.
garnered definitely a fan favorite, and that's gonna come out in the reunion. Angela definitely had the best season.
Yeah. I agree. I think Kelly is going to just kind of and
I
she's
think she
going
gonna
to
get
have a
dragged.
that, but I feel like it's going to lead into next season for her. Like she'd have secured her next season,
Oh, she
like
secured
for
her spot
sure.
100%. 100%. But I think a lot of stuff is going to come out because she's also another one who be doing those confessional gangster stuff. Like she'll sweeten stuff in person. I need to find her birthday. But she'll be like real sweet to them girls in person. Then she get in her confessional with those crazy outfits. She had like 2 this season that I really loved and the rest were just chopped. But she'll get in those confessionals and just say crazy stuff about the girls. And they finna play that back. And now it's gonna be an issue. Well, that concludes this episode of the Booked and Busy podcast. You guys stay tuned and we will be back for season 2 shortly. Bye.
Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow us on our socials and check out our reading list on Goodreads.